It's day one of NASA's three-day exhibit at this year's South by Southwest Festival in Austin, Texas. A great way for people to learn more about what comes after Hubble. So Amber, tell us a little bit about what this is and why'd you guys come to this festival?
Well, this is the full-scale model of the James Webb Space Telescope. So this is a successor to Hubble, and we're building it to answer those big science questions that Hubble can't quite answer. And we wanted to bring it here to Austin because this is such a great festival, and also because Texas has a really big part in testing the James Webb Space Telescope. So in just a few years, the telescope will go down to Johnson Space Center in Houston for a big test in the huge Chamber 8.
After checking out the full-scale model of the Webb Telescope, you can walk towards NASA's huge tent. But before you get there, you walk by something that looks like an outdoor museum. You can learn about what Webb is going to teach us, when it's going to be ready for launch, and just why sometimes it's being referred to as a real-life transformer. So once you're inside the tent, there's all sorts of interesting things to see and do. So what do you have here?
Well, this is the Ball Aerospace booth, and we build all of the mirrors for the James Webb Space Telescope. So we have models of each one of them. And what's great is it allows us to see what's actually going on the back side, where we have to have motors to move the mirrors around to position them. And you can also see how we take material out to make the mirrors light enough to launch.
So these are not actually the full-scale models?
No, the full scale is much larger, but these give an accurate representation. We also have an example here of the reflective gold coating that we put on the mirrors that's highly reflective in the infrared wavelengths where James Webb operates.
So Eileen, what's going on over here?
So over here we have the infrared camera that is going to be on the James Webb Space Telescope when it goes out in space in around 2018. So I can show you how it works.
Okay.
Here we have a bucket of cold ice water.
All right.
You stick your hand in there.
Oh, yeah, it's a little cold.
Very cold.
Yeah, it is.
And then take it out.
Okay.
And then show it on the screen here. You are very dark, and that is because you're very cold right there. And it's sensing temperatures. It can brighten you up here. And hair is the best thing to use.
All right, let's see if we can dig in here.
You're extra
Oh, wow, look at
bright
that. Thanks.
there. You're on fire.
I'm a blonde, at least in infrared.
Now you're blonde.
Great.
And the infrared camera can see through transparent objects, so like this bag.
Okay.
If you put your hand in here, you're going to be able to see through it. What's happening on the telescope is when it goes out in space, it's going to use this camera to see through dusty cloud formations.
Right, so that's what this black bag represents.
Yep, exactly. It's the whole concept. And it'll be able to see, you know, stars and planets and galaxy formations and stuff that you can't see in the visible light.
And if you want to find out more about astronomy and Webb, you can sit in on one of the sessions at the NASA Theater.
It's launching in October 2018.
So can I get my picture taken?
Absolutely. All you have to do is have a seat, and we'll take your picture, and it'll print out in a couple of minutes.
Great.
All right, have a seat.
All right, you hear me?
So you just want to look at the camera, the red circle there. Give you a countdown. 1, 2, 3. All right. I'll put some information about the James Webb Space Telescope on the back, and here's your picture.
I can take Webb home with me. But before you call it a day, make sure you stop by the special NASA booth at the Palmer Center next door. So what's going on over here?
We have a display here of a quarter size of the mirror. If you stand on the feet
Okay.
and you look down and look into the various mirrors, it'll give you an idea of how big the mirror actually is
And how small I am.
and how small you are. And it's a little easier to get the perception of how big the mirror is than looking at the full-scale model outside, right? Because the mirror is way up in the sky. It's a little hard to
Get that perspective.
get attached to our beautiful mirror.
This special exhibit goes through Sunday and is free to the public. Thanks for joining us for this special edition of Behind the Webb at South by Southwest.